well as we played the other night. We worked very short. When shots weren't falling, I thought it really led to some things defensively where we weren't really tough enough and didn't defend tough enough. And this is a heck of a lot different than we faced on Thursday, in that if you're not really sharp defensively, if you're a half second late on a switch or a screen or blocking out, they're going to make you pay for it. And I think that was a big factor in the first half, to give up so many points and have so many unforced errors. I'll still go back to a couple plays where we're blocking out on the free throw line and we tip the ball in for them. And that just shouldn't happen. And then at the end of the half, it was a really tough, careless turnover on our part that led to 3 more points for them. So instead of being down 18, you're also down 13-12. Even though it's a deficit, you still feel like at home you'll have a couple momentum runs in you to maybe cut into that. Rebounding is it. The one rebounding stat I really look at is offensive, because it can be a little bit skewed because you're missing a lot of shots. Obviously, they don't have more rebounds, and we look at it. They had 15 OBs to our 6, and they didn't miss any shots. We missed a lot of shots, so we should have a lot of opportunities to get them. But the problem is, if we commit 6'1" guys and 2 guys to the board, we're having trouble in transition. And out of those OBs, probably not a lot of times, but probably out of the 15, probably 10 of them were because of our lack of guys just blocking out and getting the basketball. And that's the frustrating part. The losing to a really good team, at times as a coach you can go, okay, they're better than us, but the way you lose it sometimes is very frustrating. I thought fundamentally we weren't very sound and we weren't very tough in a lot of situations like that. Second half, we were trying to do the same things in the first half, and our guys, for whatever reason, couldn't get to a rhythm. We wanted to do some certain things with Jordan on the floor, and then late with Jalen we felt like, he had probably the best matchup for us to be able to be successful, getting the ball, to score, create other things for other people. But the thing that happened though is we got to a situation where I think Jalen may have scored 4 straight times, but then they went down and they scored 4 straight times on him, threw it in, and he let it go. That's the old NBA. We'll give them 2 and we'll take 2. So, but did we play better the second half? We made more shots. I just never felt like defensively we ever really were tough enough throughout possessions. And to their credit, they're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, they're quicker, and that has a lot to do with it. I know this is second year, and we've talked to a lot of people about this. This is really our first year to me. Last year we had a group of guys that had been battle-tested, seniors, juniors that had been in big games, in NCAA tournaments, conference championships, and they were battle-tested. They'd already been on a number of Division I floors and had, beaten West Virginia at West Virginia. So those guys, they understood the season, how long it was, mentally, physically, and this group doesn't. They didn't. They were very limited in their minutes last year in their games and things like that. So to start over it was this year, and I just felt like I thought we turned the corner back in December when we won a few home games. I thought that the team would really compete well at home and would find ways to win. And then we got into a situation when we lost to Lipscomb here on the last second shot. Next game we go to North Florida. They hit a last second shot to beat us. We missed free throws at the end of the game, and then they hit a shot. And it just seemed like those bounces, we couldn't recover from those. And that's something that this team's going to have to take from this year and be able to do next year. Instead of losing 8 straight, you may win 2, lose a couple, but you don't have those extended losing streaks, and you figure out why they're happening. So I think they got better this year, but we still have a long way to go. It's the size. Every time we walk out there, you guys can see the size difference. I mean, it's unbelievable, and it's just it takes a lot of time. It really, really does.